All right. Get stretched it up. Phone. Yeah. Here we go. Oh. Maximize, you fucker. Pain in my butt. Oh, I didn't have it on my fucking phone. Computer. All of the Pokemon talking. Biggest. Oh. Got the. Last I left off was at the end of a freaking level. Fine, like Powerwash. Kills lives and shit. But I couldn't decide what I was going to clean. But I should probably do it in order of price, right? Because that also determines about how much time it's going to take. So, bike, bungalow, playground. Okay. Joe Average. Gotta be something up with my dirt bike. Like, you see, I'm one of life's winners. Every morning I put 4 slices of bread in the toaster, only to eat the slice that pops up first. When I have a coffee, I only drink the bit that wins the race to my mouth. Like, but on this bike, I always finish dead last. I'm wondering if there's mud stuck to the manifest or whatever it is. Slow me down. Like, I'm also kind of superstitious, so I haven't cleaned the thing in over 15 years. Thanks! Wow. Motorcycle is quite, dirty. Don't need the extra equipment. Need... Goddamn gnome! Gnome in this damn room. Or is the gnome only in, like, certain levels? No, the gnome's in, like, the first level. I didn't spray at the gnome. Look at this. Going super fast. I'm just gonna speedrun this one. Because it's just a freaking bike. I mean, I'm not trying to speedrun it, but like... It's literally just so quick to do. Because it's a lot less than the, Jesus Christ! Just spraying in the general direction of this damn thing, and everything's getting clean. It's like, okay, well, this is one that I don't actually need to use my brain for. As if I'm using my brain to begin with. What is a brain? Definitely not what I have. Front fender. What's still on the front fender? Where is there still dirt in you? Alright, rear fender. Radiator. There we go. Found it! Just go around. Just crouch. Great. Blaze an egg, you're a legend. Nothing can stop me now. Yeah, no, plenty is gonna stop you soon. I'm gonna go to the store. What's the next power washer up? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get 90 stars and go directly into, or get close. Because the improvements up aren't that much until it's this. Like, get 40 stars and 2,000 and see how I'm doing. Bungalow. Hey, Doc. You know, I mentioned my folks. Well, I think it's time their bungalow met your pressure washer. It's so filthy, it's hard to tell where the ground ends and the house begins. When I mentioned you, Ma, her eyes lit up. So, and Pops moaned and said, the browner the porch, the warmer the torch. Well, which cleanly means nothing. So, he's overruled. If you can give the place a good cleanup, I'm sure to give them both a lift. Thanks, Cal. Calvin Miller. Who moved back to town to help his parents. Glad you're here. Calvin's been such a good boy. He's a volcanologist, you know. The lore returns. Right off the bat, the lore with this one. But yeah, like, the thing is like, I want to take my time with this one a little bit more. Go through the lore and stuff. And also, you know, Sprigatito and shit. You know? Sprigatito. Got Oh. That's an interesting. Whole thing is the driveway. Huh. I know they did some quality of life stuff. So maybe they fixed some of the problems from before, where there was so many tiny things that sometimes wouldn't, you know, pop or would be easily missed on like these bigger pieces. I don't know. Driveway's a lot less, you know. Today, I woke up really early in the morning because I had pain. I my gallbladder removed. It does that. It acts up early in the morning sometimes. Pisses me off. But, like, had some yogurt, back to bed till 9. Good. 9 o'clock. Breakfast. And it's like, oh shit, what am I gonna do today? Oh, I'm fucking Saturday, no one's called me at work. So off. I have to work today. So with that, like, yeah. My plan, you know, go outside and I'll pick some of the crabapple tree out front. I got a nice house. I mean, yeah, there's problems with it. For my hippie ass, it's nice. So like, yeah, I'm picking this crabapple tree and getting some fruit from the tree that I now own. Same with the house. Right? Like, in the yard, it came with the house, it's mine now. And it's produced a lot of fruit for something that's never been watered. As in, I've never watered the tree. Tree has taken whatever it was from the limited rain and snowfall that we got here in eastern Montana. It's taken that, you know, rain, snow melt, and turned it into fruit. And I ain't got a fucking clue, like, you know? I have no clue when they planted this tree, how old it is. Like, it's gone and had some, like, leaves that looked like they were starting to die, you know, here and there. I mean, there is a dead tree in the yard. Not a fruit tree, ornamental tree. Maybe I'll replace it with another fruit. Well, no, I don't want to have it be a fruit tree because that's a bad position. That's, right underneath the power. So I don't want to be growing a fruit tree, possibly have it, like, go up into the power lines. Huh? Yeah, like, I have this tree, got some fruit from it, I feel good. Good about having, like, 3 or 4 times more fruit still on the tree than what I grabbed. I mean, I only grabbed enough for, like, today and tomorrow. Just grabbing a little bit of a snack off my tree. I just feel, I don't know, it just feels right, you know? Feels like the way we were supposed to live as humans. I have everybody have, like, their own fruit trees and garden. Like, trade between each other for food. Just feels like, you know, connecting with your ancestors in a way. Connecting with the past. How things should be done. Yeah, like, I just... It feels so much like shit's just supposed to be. And by this way, I mean, like, with the everyone having access to growable food. I mean, it's really hard for people in bigger cities to do that, obviously. But, like, why do we need big cities anymore? Right? Like, what's the purpose? Giant bastions of fucking mess. Okay, so there was no new messages. But yeah, like, it just feels like something that should be done. Right? But yeah, like, feels good. I'm probably gonna think about maybe doing garden next year. We didn't we didn't move into the house until June. By that point, like, wasn't exactly the best time to start putting in a fucking garden, right? Gotta till up the land. Uh, I'm not sure that the garden's gonna produce much. I think what we should do is maybe, well, we got boxes. Maybe instead of flowers, maybe plant garden. Small garden meat. There's a couple of them. Got a couple of, like, planter box things. Like, that's part of my philosophy. I feel that we've gotten away from the community aspect of, we've become so, like, only celebrating, you know, sports and, you know, shit like that, and how there's not there's so much where you should be just, you know, helping each other, working within your area that you live, you know, as community. Oh, like, just, it seems very much like humans, we got away from, what we used to take care of each other, and only really need money for the things we didn't need to live. Like, money was used for like running business and, you know, technological improvement and, you know, paying artists to buy food. You know, but not everybody needs, like, a lot of the people who were agrarian, which was the majority of the population at the time, like, they didn't usually have money. They just had land. And they had that land because of the end of feudalism, where anyone who had been, working for the lord of the castle, they had their they had already been working the land, and then they were given the land they were working. Then you see, as feudalism was ending, it's also both the idiot. No, like, feudalism, it had its uses the time that it was bad. We moved on from it. And when we moved on from it, people started living better. But the last of the serfs that was freed was only in Russia, like, 100 years ago, right? So, like, it wasn't... Oh. But, like, it wasn't a deal where people just, were instantly free to do whatever. Once it got, to the point where all the serfs were freed, like, yeah, when the serfs were, wasn't some giant victory lap for humanity. Even now, we can still be doing better. Like, there's so much we could learn from people that we've taken this land in the United States of America. Because we have so much land. We just really do. Transphobe simping the mark. Monarchy called him surf and turf. Oh. Hey, Frosty. But yeah, like, I have a tree in my yard and it's produced fruit. I'm just like, yes, this is how people should live. Everybody should have a house, or if you're living in an apartment, like, every apartment building should have a garden and some fucking fruit trees. Like, seriously. Right? Like, it's free food. You don't have to pay for it. And it's produced, by the things that you grow. I've got crab apples. I like it. I like that we have crab apples. I have a snack. Or, I don't know, a little bit. I mean, that's why we invented canning and shit. Preservation. Calvin, Ma keeps messaging me, getting really excited with how it's looking. Sounds like it's going great. Yes. Going awesome. Cleaning up your parents' house. Having a little bit of crab apples. philosophizing on the meaning of life. But what if homeless people ate them? Then they'd be fucking fed. That means that we could divert some of the money that we spend on fucking feeding the homeless on helping them fucking find houses. Yeah, it is abhorrent. It is so abhorrent. Bungalow roof. Housing shouldn't be expensive either. Housing should be free. We have more housing in apartments than fucking people to live in them. I mean, that's why some people have 2, 3, 4 homes, right? Like, fucking capitalism sucks. And I say that because, like, rich people bought up land out from underneath people. And took their homes during the Depression. Like our great-grandma, great-grandpa, they owned what they were living on before the Depression. Well, their parents did. They owned it as a communal, like, immigrant settlement. Then a bank fucking buys the land out from underneath them. Says, oh, you can still farm it. We're not going to take this from you, blah, 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 blah. And then the Depression happens and they take everything. Yeah, there's more reasons than not as to why there's so many vacant apartments in New York. From racism to the cost, yeah. And the fact that some of these apartments are really, really luxurious and made for just the richest of the rich. But even they're like, nah, I'd rather own a house like 100 miles away. Also, hey, Steve. No, that's the thing, though. Like, I live in a small enough town where if I were to, like, get on city council, I could make a proposal that, like, oh, if we have to cut down a tree because of, like, disease or something, we should replant it with a fruit tree. An apple tree of some sort. Or cherries. Exactly. Like that. That's where the capitalism is just so fully built on debt at this point that, like, no one owns anything. The banks own everything. And, like, why? Like, I know if we're not able to make our payments for X number of months, they'll take the fucking house. I know that. But we're also not planning on... We're in fairly stable job situation. And should we somehow come into a great deal of money, pay off the house in one fell swoop, we will do that. My throat's a little sore. I'll probably use some of the drink. Took a little bit more of my blue dream. I've got, I don't know, maybe like 3 nugs worth left. I don't know how exactly to, like, describe how much is left for that one. But I paid $35 after taxes. Was it? No, it was like $40 after taxes. Because they tax it here, right? Taxed. One of the few things that they tax is there's like no sales tax in Montana. Except on, like, cigarettes. Well, cigarettes at sales tax included. Alcohol at sales tax included. But, cannabis isn't sales tax included yet. Because it's so new. It's like years old. They haven't done the math. Well, actually, no. It just started, recreational started January 1st. Not even a year. Like, it's been recreationally legal, but you couldn't buy it anymore. Right? They didn't have... It's been recreationally legal for 2 years, but you couldn't buy it anymore. Kind of stupid. Like, what is it that you've been doing as far as a job that's, you know, so physical? And that's the question. Because, like, if you're doing a desk job, you shouldn't be physically hurting yourself. Well, what did you do to throw your back out? Why is your back so much worse than mine? Well, I probably have ideas as to why that is, but I'm not going to go over them. They'll just offend you. Or make you jealous, I don't know. I occasionally get back rubs. That's what I mean. Really damn good. I gave wife a back rub while she was doing up lessons. Well, shoulder rub. Working on computers is hard. Pops is out rocking shit. Fuck your pops. I'm cleaning your goddamn house. Yeah, we need to take better care of each other. To realize it's not a competition. At least there's enough for us all to survive. And we need to stop protecting stupid people. Honestly, safety warnings on toasters and microwaves has probably saved too many stupid people who needed to stop procreating. I'm sorry, but wait, what? Steve, do you have your information automatically input to buy stuff? Because I'd ask your child and or her friend about that. Yeah, Steve, did your kid get a hold of your Switch and accidentally order a thing? Has she touched a computer that has your Switch account login information on it? Because you can buy games online. Literally, Steve, has anyone touched your Switch and or but where is it saying that it charged you for it, Steve? As in, did they email you, or are you on your Switch right now? I haven't touched my Switch in... And it's through your bank. So, Steve, does anybody happen to have access to your card? Is it like, you know, out? Well, he can't dispute the charge until he's sure that he hasn't... that someone hasn't used his fucking card. Because they're gonna say no, regardless. Unless he can prove his kid hasn't... his kid or his wife hasn't fucked with this fucking money. You know? But yeah, you should dispute it with your bank if you didn't fucking pay for it. As in, you didn't... Yeah. You know what I mean. Oh, it is a weekend, so you're probably gonna have to wait until fucking Monday. Yeah, Steve. Check your Nintendo Switch. You have a child that is old enough to do such a thing, whether you want them to or not. Not saying Raven did it. I'm saying there's a possibility Raven did it. Or you did it and forgot. Check your fucking Switch, Steve. I think your child and her friend owe you $60. Alright, just the one roof now. Yeah, like... This is one of those, parenting lessons that you have to learn the hard way. Trust me, my mother has had to, learn that with my niece. She didn't have that problem with us, but it's now, it was almost a problem with my niece. Because, yeah, you give the kid the technology and have everything automatically, like, signed in and shit. With your information, like, ready to go. Not always the best thing. And unlike an adult, she's not going to, you know, tell you that they purchased something without, you know, consulting you because they know they don't have the money. My wife will purchase things and then tell me later how much it was and let me transfer the money into her account after if needed. You know? And it's usually just for like a freaking movie. But I don't think Raven understands how much video games cost. She's only 10. I mean, she probably understands that they cost money. I remember that I understood how much they cost money when I was 10. I didn't exactly understand how much. I don't think Raven quite understands what it takes to get $1. Or that you're on a fixed income. Well, I mean, I really don't want to have Splatoon 3. Other games I want. I think Steve wants it either. What's vibrating in my... Okay. That's one that I knew. Okay. Yeah, that's the first thing you do. The second thing you do is try and get a refund from your children who probably fucked up. I mean, if they can refund it for credit, then that means that you can pre-order, like, fucking Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom, or fucking Bayonetta 3, or Mario Rabbids, or something. Steve? Do not be sure it is the friend. Always assume it is your child. You know why you always assume it's the child? Because if you punish the child for what the friend did, then they're not going to be friends with that person for very long. Oh, JR, you're being punished because your friend's parents are meth heads and made meth. You can't go over there anymore and you can't hang out with them anymore. Except at school. And you're grounded for a week. Oh, I guess I'm not friends with them anymore. Like fucking Pokemon. And then try and get the $60 cash back from your child and her friend's parent, aka Cass and fucking Rocks for Brains' parent. $30 each. If Cass was home, she wouldn't be on the hook for this, but it's also her child. She's not paying child support, so this is her child support now. Paying for her child's mistakes. If she doesn't want to pay for her child's mistakes, well, I don't know. Maybe there's a way out of that, you know? By giving you full custody. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying it's not wrong. And I'm saying that plenty of women do it to men. Like our mother did to our father. And made him pay for taking us out to eat every time I had a surgery. Which was literally the only fucking time we saw him. Yeah. Because you have to remember, when you were 10 years old, you were fucking stupid. You knew plenty, but you weren't that fucking smart. You didn't know not to take other people's money. You were still a selfish little bastard. You just need to be tricked into doing enough good things for long enough, right? It's all about training. You don't train that kid, it's gonna be a fucking selfish pain in the ass of an adult. Okay, is it the other fucking side of the road? Yes, it's the other fucking side of the roof. God damn it! I think we both were. Exactly. It's a relative. I was dumb as shit. Like, I was dumb as shit compared to where I am now. Because, yeah, other dipshits our age were not always even half as smart as we were sometimes. That was frustrating. Also why I didn't have a lot of friends, because I hate dumb people. I do not like dumb people. I mean, in the end, it's basically a... It's not that Raven is dumb, it's that Raven isn't ethical yet. Get what I'm saying? She's 10. She still doesn't quite fully grasp, you know, ethics and, you know, whether or not she should tell you the truth because she's gonna get in trouble. She's getting in trouble either way, but she might not be telling you the truth or the whole truth because she's afraid that she or her friend might get in trouble more than they already are. You gotta treat them like the real world would treat them, which is with no fucking mercy. Sorry, Raven, if you're hearing this, but it's how we were raised. Trying to teach you life lessons here. We're not trying to be your friend. Raven's at the age where you have to start teaching her life lessons, and that's problematic. She's gonna hate you for it. Till, I don't know, her mid-20s. I mean, that's just the way it goes. So transcendent. Just water on the roof. Washing the dirt away. Great. But yeah, try and get a refund and then try and figure out who's responsible and get the money from them. Worst case scenario, I can maybe throw you 6. If you need it to feed you and Raven. Shit! Fell off the roof. Those be broken legs now. Yes. Wash that roof. Power washing God. Do it. Boo-doo boop, boo-doo boop, boo-doo boop, boop, dip-a-doo doop, boop, 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 boop. Need to double check on that rail dispute, but yeah. I remember it was something fucking stupid and greedy as to what was the reason why they were going to go on strike, and if they finally fucking caved to the union and gave them what they needed because of pressure from fucking Biden and the government being like, yo, the economy's gonna tank more because of this, don't fucking do it. Oh, yeah, like, see, that's one of those things that you have to learn through feel, right? Like, you have to hold the thing and be like, you know, I really can't sit in anything with arms when I'm playing this. I mean, it should be a no duh moment, because pretty much anytime you see somebody like sitting on a stage with a guitar, it's on a stool. Perfect timing for me to say that, because that's right when you said stool. But yeah, like, it's fucking, it's just, I mean, it seems like something that you'd naturally know, but you wouldn't know until you owned a guitar. Right? Like, that's what it is. Lunch. Not have a very big breakfast. And it was quite late. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, there's a fucking volcano over there, and it's kind of sort of smoking. But yeah, this is some ash from the fucking volcano. This game has deep lore, Frosty. Deep fucking lore. It's great. It's in the skybox of virtually any outdoor mission in the game. Yeah, exactly. The next one is how the last small bit of ash is now all over the children's playground. And now the kids are getting rashes and itchy and Okay, this is not just ash. Some dumbass hasn't cleaned this in forever. Like, seriously. Work from the outside in here. Well, the benches first. This is a playground, so like you do it one piece at a time. Doing it one piece at a time, you're able to do. Really focus. Now, this game is got some depth. Which direction is the... It's somewhere. But it's probably like hidden behind these trees. (1838), that's military time. Or 6 p.m. That was 6 p.m. yesterday, Steve. Not sure what... I don't know if someone fucking hacked you, Steve. I'm saying that it was taken at... It was purchased at 6:38 last night. Who had your Switch then? You don't assume hacking until you know. I don't... Uncharged sitting next to you. Then yeah, maybe someone did hack you. And I'm sorry that happened. Inside of it. Where's the broken one, Steve? I mean, I didn't know that it was its own region. I thought it was just South America. Okay, so it's not... Okay. You haven't, like, taken it anywhere that someone would have fucking been able to fuck with that one. That's a positive. Like, my question is how? As in, what, if they hacked you, what route did they go through? As in, did they hack through your Switch? Did they hack through your computer having your Nintendo account information on it? Did they hack it through your bank? For your bank information? In which case, why would it have been a fucking Switch game? So it would have had to have been through your Switch or something. That is so weird. I mean, whoever it was. Hopefully it's something somewhat secure, Steve. I mean, my stuff I've memorized because it's leak speak, but I don't honestly know if a single person would ever be able to guess my fucking password. Because they're failed projects of mine that I think I'm the only fucking person I know. They're, idols. Like, I'm sure with the right hacking equipment, any and all passwords can be hacked. With enough, you know, time, because it's literally just a sequence of digits. They just need to figure out how many digits it is and whatever, and it takes... The longer and harder it is for that to happen, the less likely you are to be hacked. So, like, did you just make up a password, Steve, or did you use a password generator? And it has caps, letters, and numbers, right? Right? Well, even if it is just credit, I do hope that they refund you. Okay. Yeah. You have a very hard to frickin' decipher password. Makes it harder for your shit to get hacked. Doesn't guarantee anything. Or you could pre-order Pokemon Violet and have it pre-installed on your Switch. – I'm thinking if I get Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and Bayonetta 3, I think because I have a place I can go to that's local, somewhat, I think I should pre-order them from the game store in Glendive. Well, 1 to 3 business days means probably no sooner than Wednesday you'll hear. Hopefully you're not like so hurting for money that $60 is a lot. And again, if you get to a point where you need like $60 to help pay for food for you and yeah, I know. I'm gonna do that later. And yeah, that'll be credit. But yeah, if I do a pre-order for those, it'll be physical, and then I'll have them shipped to me. Because he can do that. The dude who's Steve, the dude who's running the game store in Glendive is basically running it the way we would have been running our fucking comic shop for the games part. You know, where we would have allowed people to like pre-order like Magic the Gathering and shit like that. Like he does that too. And he recently had Carlito and JTG there for a signing and pictures. So like he's got a lot of fucking avenues he's using that building for. Like events and shit. And that's exactly what we wanted to do with our comic shop in Fergus. Like imagine if we had that comic shop and we started fucking watching AEW like we do now, and we fucking sold toys, right? Fucking invite Ethan Page for a fucking toy hunt, yo. That'd be badass, right? And that's like what this dude's doing. Is like he's got a fucking store that he owns. And so what he's doing with this store is like fucking holding events. It's great. God, I can't remember the kid's name either. But it's like one of those somewhat unique, like, names that you don't usually hear a lot, so... Yeah. He's a cool dude. Glendive's only about an hour drive in the opposite direction of Billings. But yeah, like... Honestly, that's part of the reason why Fergus didn't want to help us. Is because helping us would have meant helping poor people get out of being poor. And that's wrong, right, Steve? For banks, that's wrong. Helping poor people get ahead. Fucking asshole. But money is expensive. Yeah, money is expensive. I'm probably going to be working a lot more this week if I'm not fucking migraine. Because the sprinklers that we use to water some of our plants in the produce case, like, you know, the celery and, you know, the fresh parsley and shit like that, the sprinkler system has gone out in our case. And so that's a problem. So we have to water like part of our stuff every like 40 minutes until that gets fixed. One of our coworkers brought a hose and a spray nozzle from home, but that still doesn't defeat the fact that basically we can't leave when we're done with shit. Unless we have somebody else cover the fucking case in watering. So for the next couple weeks at least, we're going to be doing a lot of deep cleaning because we're going to have to be there for the full shift. It's going to look fucking amazing in my department, but I'm going to have to be working like 7-8 hours 5 days a week for a couple weeks. Thor's going to realize pretty quickly that, you know, us going home when we're done making shit and stocking shit is probably the best, instead of having us there for the whole fucking time. Because, like, we're scheduled for 42 hours a week. Technically. Honestly, it's actually probably 40. Sometimes we wind up. That's all the way around. Also, gonna do the whole of this floor first. Hear that Mayor's cat is missing. Whole town's look out for him. Time for the festival. We won't have spring till he's put that hat on. So we know what time of year this is. Be honest, if I had to wear that hat, I'd go missing. Yes, so the mayor's cat is missing. That is also important. You know why it's important? What do animals do before a volcano erupts? Where do they go? Away from the volcano. So yeah, cat's missing. This ever important mayor's cat who's needed for the spring like festival. Well, what's the fucking spring? Which one is it? The egg festival or is it the flower dance? That's the one. Yeah. So basically, it's the flower dance from Stardew Valley. Staggo slide. All this ground, and then I'm gonna do this. That way I don't have to come back over here. Slide. Good luck on competent. From Bruce. How's your person that's been helping you with cleaning stuff been going? Or have they not been there yet? Oh, you're on a waiting list. Okay. I knew you'd been approved. I didn't know that you were on a waiting list. There you bum. Yeah, that one usually goes faster because that's just adding a meal to the ones that they make, and then adding a stop to their thing. Whereas the cleaning person, they have to like find some. It's a single person, like it's not an operation. You know what I mean? So they gotta find a single person who's got the availability during their schedule. As opposed to just adding to work that's already being done. I have no idea how much they make. Those things. Hello, floor. Look at this. Taking so long to do. This is going to be such a pain in the ass. The stego slide is like one of the things that I remember being the most pain in the ass to clean out of every entire game. Because it counts as one whole object, but it's just so many tiny pieces. So you could, like, miss a fleck of dirt so many spots. Trying to do this in a very efficient manner. But the other... Like, hopefully you're not super picky, because it's... If it's Meals on Wheels type thing, they're gonna have... It's gonna be like school lunches. You know, there's gonna be days where there's shit you don't like, but it's free food. Or, you know, food. I'm not gonna know that this is clean enough until it's fucking done, and I fucking hope that it's done. Like, yo. Fucking stink. Why? Yeah, school lunches should be... Yes, wife? Unspelled. It was a typo with exchange. With the H after... No.
Oh.
Oh, hi, buddy. Oh. Oh, no,
He's
where he
all the
went.
way on your back. Does that happen?
No. Just keep an eye on him and I'm... I get stung. I am alive. I was not stung. Gotta realize that bees don't want to sting you. They sting as a defense mechanism. Not trying to just fuck with you. Fuck with them, they fuck with you. Calm. Same with spiders. You have to realize that you're on their turf. They have a right to live. Mosquitoes do not, though. They're sucking your fucking blood. Your fucking blood, and that is bodily autonomy. There's plenty of other things for the mosquitoes to bite. Once they're dead, birds can fucking eat them. There go slide. Yay! Done. Well, it's definitely something you're slowly getting away from. Thing's a pain in the ass to do because it's got so many parts that... Here we are, we're getting this... Handlebar. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebar. No handlebars.
when I was picking the crab apples off the tree, there was one that I didn't pick off the tree because there was a wasp in it. And the wasp was just kind of nibbling around in a little circle, having a high old time in there, being like, I'm a wasp and I'm hungry and I'm having myself some fruit. It's like, yeah, eat that fruit. Eventually, a bird will eat your ass. Cycle of life, yo. I don't think they're going to prescribe you gum, Steve. They're going to prescribe you Wellbutrin. What? I exist. Yes? I am Brigatito and power washing. I'm probably not going to be able to finish before lunch. Yeah, I know. I've been busy. Not been online or doing much of anything time lately. Yeah, I've been playing Far Cry 5 on my PlayStation. I have not been playing my PlayStation very much up until recently. We moved. And before that, I don't know, I was playing a lot of stuff on my Switch. Yeah, like, most of the games I've been playing haven't been, like, on PlayStation. I think the last time I played this much on my PlayStation 4 was when I last beat Bloodborne. Yeah, hopefully things have been going okay, dude. I know it's been, like, forever. Definitely not interested in fucking Overwatch. Overwatch 2, fuck that, no. No, just no. I have a feeling they're, fucking gonna fuck with shit. Make it suck because it's free to play. Just like when fucking Team Fortress went free to play. Team Fortress 2, I mean. Microtransactions and shit. That's what I mean. But we won't know till October. Still mad at Blizzard. And Activision. Steve, you go stab those fuckers. Whatever they did, they probably deserve it. Yeah, that's what I mean, like a battle pass. That's why I don't do Fortnite either. I did a little bit of Fall Guys, but then, like, I don't know, it wasn't that fun because of the fucking battle pass skins sort of shit. And it's like, I don't know, it just... I mean, even if it's all cosmetic stuff, it's still annoying because then, like, because Fortnite's being played by a lot of kids, right? Like, teenagers. Mayor Jeff Jefferson wants me to do his old buggy. Calvin saying, Doc gave me details. Colleague, you need hand with me place. Yeah, like, I've watched Liz Suspenders go through like Apex and Valorant and all these different games and having to deal with battle passes and having characters locked behind paywalls, and it's like, it's just not, especially when like most of my friends don't play those games anymore. Like, they did for a time, but now they don't. It was a passing fad for them. Probably because they got priced out by the kids. Fucking teenagers with parents' money. And yeah, I ain't got no fucking 50 hours to grind out shit. Yeah, because like when Overwatch first came out, I played with you, I played with Iron Knight. I met through PlayStation Network and streaming Overwatch. But we were playing with our cousin Nick, you, a couple of your friends from college, like, right? Yeah, like, there's a couple people I know who are still playing Overwatch, but they're playing on PC, and it's like, whatever. I haven't played Overwatch in, like, about 3 years. Ever since the Hong Kong bullshit. With Hearthstone. Or was that Overwatch League? I can't remember which game it was. The point is, they were playing politics when they're a business, and that irked me. It irked me more than the common knowledge of how they fucking treat their animators and shit. I mean, you notice, like, in the last 3 or 4 years, it's not just a money reason, but a personal reason why I've gone away from playing AAA games from big studios. Just because so often it seems like they've been mistreating their employees so bad. And as a former animator, I don't want to support that. I don't want to support people hurting my people, you know? I know how hard it is to do those jobs. I've done it. Like, for myself. And not easy. And sure, they're getting paid, but they're being expected to fucking just not have a life or a family for weeks on end because they're fucking being pushed through crunch. Like, delay the fucking game for once. Jesus. Or in here. There we go. Yellow spot. Exactly. So, like, I try to support more indie devs these days. People who are doing passion projects. Because, to be honest, big companies losing my sale, it isn't gonna hurt them. It isn't gonna hurt the people who are doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna be going to do some lunch, going to eat lunch here in a minute, so don't feel bad. Yeah, like, the last two AAA games that I've enjoyed, and I mean, like, your EA, your Sony, your Squaresoft, studios that have been around forever. Like, outside of Horizon Zero Dawn and Data Boy, Spider-Man was okay. Like, I enjoyed it, but I'm glad that I bought it secondhand. And that's sort of the things. Like, I'll pick up a AAA game on sale, or if it's with a Humble Bundle, and, like, there's a bunch of games in there that I want. But I'm not going to go out of my way and pay $60 for a AAA game that's multi-platform title. Because I just don't... I don't usually play a lot of those games anymore. Like, the style of gameplay is not really speaking to me. I mean, that's why I stuck to the main story. I mean, I streamed the entirety of Spider-Man. And I really didn't do hardly any side quests. I mean, that's just how it went. No, I just focused on the main story and finished. I mean, technically I could play Skyrim every day for the rest of my life because of how big the fucking thing is and how many mods. But it's like, why? I mean, that's why I'm playing, with Far Cry 5, I'm doing, like, 0 of the side activities. I'm, like, focusing almost all of my energy on, you know, going through the main campaign. And I've really been enjoying it. The campaign is great. Side quests are not necessary. I mean, it is linear with the side quests just giving you money to... Side quest gives you experience and perks and allows you to, like, completionist it and have, like, better weapons, better customizations for how your character acts and stuff, but I don't need all of it. I'm mid-maxing, I'm not completionist. You know? I've got a build I'm going for, that's what I'm doing. God. Gotta have lunch. We're 56% of the way through this one. Yeah, this is how it goes. Oh, each tic-tac-toe. This is... This is probably, like, a stream in itself, almost. It's gonna be like an hour or two just for... That's one thing that I love about Powerwash, is it's so... so good. It's great. If you have access to Powerwash, you should fucking play it. It is great. It's got good lore. It's a great chill game. Just fucking best. Anyway, I'm off to lunch. It's gonna save where it's at.